at para ang lahat magsigalaw na. Ngayon ang panahon para magkaisa at ang husay ng Pinoy maipakita. At kay Donaire, yun ang kanyang adikain para lahat ng Pilipino pagsamahin.
Other like two belts, but they were just made one of a kind. One is like a bluish from the outside. That's George Foreman has that one. There's another one that we don't know where it is. That had instead of being black and green like that one, it had purple
Velvet.
velvet.
Wow.
It was like black and purple velvet, but because we liked the green, it kept
Yeah.
history.
Like there's only 5 of these were made. And,
Yeah.
and this is the very first belt.
The first green belt was black.
Wow. Wow. Well, there's still like green stuff in the back. So amazing. And then this is the one Canelo and Caleb will be fighting for.
Yeah, made out of jade and onyx.
Wow.
I would like that one, thanks.
You want this one?
Yeah, I switch you.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Wow,
Wow.
that's gorgeous.
It's
Wow.
gorgeous. And like I said, so this is the first ever actual green belt, and it was sponsored by Adidas. I don't know if you
Wow.
guys remember, like
That's
Tommy
back in the days,
and-
Hearns and Leonard and all of them
Yeah.
had those
This one
belts.
much smaller then.
Oh yeah,
It just
yeah,
got bigger and bigger.
exactly.
It's
And
like the
then-
phones, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then this one, the third generation, you probably remember Mike Tyson,
Right,
Chavez
right.
having this
Wow.
belt, this
Oh
this
my God.
the transition.
God,
From
so
that.
beautiful, the belts.
And then the fourth generation, were you were, I think he has this one, right?
Yeah,
you
that's
have
your
one.
no.
No,
have-
he
you
has
have
this
this
one,
one,
but I
I
think
have
he has
that
this.
one.
Oh,
I
okay,
might-
okay.
You might have that one.
I might have had this
Yeah.
one actually.
Yeah,
Because I have the same one
Yeah.
that looks like this, and then of course that one.
and then
Yeah.
the new one that you have
Yeah.
where the Ukraine flag was added.
Because
Wow.
I met you when you won the diamond belt with Mauricio. That was in where was that?
2010. No, oh, the one, the first one that I had was against Nishioka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been that.
That one was that one.
Yes.
That was in 20.
I just want this one.
12, I think.
This
Yes.
one's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
2012.
Yeah, because this one-
Onyx and jade.
Yeah, so yeah, I had both of these ones. Yeah,
Hopefully that.
amazing. Wow, this is beautiful, man.
So,
It's the art. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a history of the WBC. You know, from
Do you-
even from that very first one, from the beginning to where the 4 kings have lived in. You know.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
and then the Tyson era and Chavez's era, man.
Yeah.
I remember this really because of the chain, you know, back in the days when I used to watch them. That little chain on the side. I remember that. You know, I wow.
Should we do that with this belt? What do you think? Like, should it have a chain like the old ones?
I like this thing a lot. It just brings maybe because I grew up in that era where I was kind of looking at the fighters. You know, back in the days, this was the biggest dream for everybody in California and the amateur boxing was to get the green belt because that was the belt that we see all the time. You know, Tyson had it, everybody had it. You know, and this the chain just kind of gives that look of like, wow.
The bling.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So,
boring.
I remember growing up and I was like, wow, I want to get one of those belts one of these days, you know, or in the future, you know. So, wow.
So, champ, do you know why why it's a green belt? Like, do you know the meaning behind the belt?
No.
All right. So, Jose Sulaiman, what he wanted is a trophy for all these boxers that came from very humble beginnings. He liked the idea of the green color because it means hope. So you know when you're humble, you
I'm
wanna
getting
grow.
goosebumps, man.
I mean that's the beautiful part of it. So it's hope and glory. That's what the WBC belt means. It's green for hope, and the gold
Yeah.
is the glory, the king
Right.
of hope.
Wow,
That's
that's
one.
amazing. I didn't know that. Now I do know it.
Yeah.
the green is basically the blood, the sweat, the tears that go into the sport.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just the signification of significance of the word hope, you know, like because as a young kid we dream. You know,
Yes.
we dream.
Exactly.
You know?
Plus, there's, besides just having this idea of having a trophy, it's what you as boxers, as champions, as legends mean for the sports, for all the kids that grow up watching your fights, and they want to
I
be
was one
like
of those kids, man. I was
Right?
one of those kids watching the fight. you know, and then just like, I mean, I didn't even, you know, I dreamed, my dream was to even hold it and just to see it. I didn't dream of owning it, you know, because at that time I was just one of the kids that was just in an amateur, you know. I never thought I was gonna turn pro. So I'm always just like, wow, I wish I could get to meet those guys, you know, like Chavez, you know, and all these, you know, all these great champions. And and hey, I have a couple of them now. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and talk about a legend, man. Like we all admire you. You're a big part of the WBC family, and you know, to be honest, I think there's a lot of kids that grew up watching your fights and they would just want to be just like you. So that's just a big honor. I do believe that you are a great ambassador for the sport. So
Thank you. Well, I was one of those kids, and those kids can be one of those kids too. So you know,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of just, you know, hoping and working hard and doing your best, but mainly having the confidence to know it. You know, sometimes one thing I grew up was I didn't have the confidence, you know, but when I was inside the ring, the confidence was oozing. You know, I just felt good, and I think that's the biggest weapon that anybody can have, especially as a child, is confidence, because we don't have any growing up, you know. So, yeah, and boxing got me all that confidence, you know.
yeah.
And
To all the guys listening,
Yeah.
this is just gold for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Confidence is the biggest key to victory. But you gotta believe it. You know, that's where it starts. When you start to believe in it, sometimes you don't even believe it. You start with the hard work. You know, start with the hard work, and then you start to feel comfortable, and then you start to feel confident, and you start to know and understand. You know, and that's when you start becoming a person that you thought you could only dream of. You know, but it all comes down from just making that first step and then getting the confidence. Yeah.
Those are really
And that's the
nice
hardest
words, yeah.
part. That's the hardest part, getting.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
everything else, you know, like in school for me, writing an essay was the hardest thing to begin with. But then once I started flowing, I just started having this words just comes flying because the emotion just starts going, and that's what we call momentum. You know, when we start going, when we start winning, when we start to create that momentum, it's just gonna keep us like we're rolling down on a downhill. Nothing can stop us. You know, and that's the beauty of momentum. Once you start to create it, it's just gonna keep going and going and going, and it's just gonna keep spreading and spreading. That's why when I spread the words of hope, you know, and even just getting the understanding of the green belt and why it's called green hope, you just kind of match, you know. But getting that momentum and just helping people and other people helping each other, and then it just grows into something big, you know, because you create that momentum. But in fighting, you definitely have to have that momentum, you know, by training, by being confident, and by going in there and knowing, you know.
Of course, no, that's great. And you know, we have a special activity for you.
Talking about kids.
Talking about kids,
Talking
talking about
about
helping
kids.
people. So there's this foundation called Save the Dream. So what these guys do is they get different articles from different sports around and athletes around the world, and they auction these items to help children that are suffering from
Hunger.
hunger.
Yeah, hunger
Hunger.
and need.
Yeah. So this foundation is they're gonna auction different articles in Dubai and Qatar. I believe it's both of those places. And so Nancy can explain what we're doing.
So basically, you're gonna choose one of these gloves.
Okay.
Your signature punch. Well, you're gonna autograph it first. You're gonna choose a color, and then you're gonna do your signature punch, whichever
Alright.
it is. And not hard. Please don't.
I know,
fall
I'm gonna
down.
make a hole. I was
Don't
getting
fall
ready
on
to.
the canvas.
I was getting ready to.
But basically, your signature punch, you can swirl it, you can swirl, you can do whatever you want. This is your paintbrush.
Okay.
This
Sounds
is your
good.
paintbrush.
Sounds good.
So first, you pick a glove.
The left.
Okay.
Yeah. The other left.
Okay, and then, wait, don't put it on yet. And I'm left-handed, I should know
There you
this.
go.
Okay,
But
so
I
you
write
autograph
right.
it right here.
I just hit hard on the left.
So this is gonna help end child's hunger. I think there's about 16 million deaths in hunger a year. So now you're gonna pick a color. Which color do you want so I can lift it up for you?
Ooh, let's go with hope. Green.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Just freshen it up a little bit. Okay. much as you want. Okay.
And remember that you can paint whatever you want. Like you can just do the punch, like you can see Snooze was right there. Like this is Ray Vargas, who was just with us a couple of hours ago. Or you can do like Teofimo Lopez wanted to do the infinity symbol. So whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna put those afro wig and start saying, well, this is a beautiful painting. It's really relaxing. So I'm just gonna go. Maybe can I flip this?
Yeah, however you want.
Flip it upside down because I'm just unique that way. I just open this way. So I'm going with the left. He goes to left, boom, and he turns.
Leave it like that. Perfect.
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
He likes to paint.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know he does paint, right? But not with a glove. I don't think we've ever done this
Wait, so
before.
you do paint?
I do a little bit.
That's beautiful.
That's a B-side that we didn't know about Nonito Donaire.
Yeah.
I'm very artistic.
He sings, he dances.
That's all
Any
from that
karaoke?
book. Yeah, karaoke too. At the same time, I'm painting. Bésame, bésame mucho, como se fuera la noche la última vez.
Oh.
Wow, that's really
And now,
good.
go to the side, please. And point with your other hand where point where the paint. Perfect.
One more right here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I like that. It kind of looks like.
Yeah, now I know to have this opportunity and grateful to be able to be one of the guys that will help the hunger, people that are in need, and especially for the children. So I'm just grateful that the WBC are doing all of this stuff and I can be part of that. I'm so grateful for that. And of course, the opportunity to be a world champion again, and giving me this opportunity to be a world champion again and to continue my legacy. So mainly, one thing for me as a fighter now that I've done all what I did in the ring, this is what it's all about. It's helping, it's being able to help. It's being able to lead an army to help each other.
The Canelo,
Thank
that
you so
one.
much for
But it says
everything. We're really
September.
proud of you.
Because it was
And
supposed to be September.
Oh, okay, so this
But
is-
it's okay, so I'm just
Thank
gonna
you.
take this jade and onyx one home,
There you go.
and they can make a new one.
Very nice.
Raymond Gabayo from the Philippines. So it's incredible that two Filipinos are actually fighting now. I think that there are more Filipino fighters now coming up, and it's great. It's really good for the sport. It's really good for the country of the Philippines. But yeah, it'll be in Carson, California, the same place that I've been fighting for a very, very long time. And yeah, it'll be December 11th, so you guys gotta check it out. Oh, by the way, you guys gotta become one of my army, the sheep army, baby.
All right, there you have it. Nonito Donaire right here. Tell me about the shoes really quick.
You know
We're
what?
matching.
We're matching. We got to match.
We're matching.
What brand is that?
Louboutin.
Louis Vuitton with the
Louboutin.
red
No, Louboutins. The red bottoms, baby.
Port-
Come on, red
Port
bottoms,
shoes.
man.
Port
Red
shoes.
bottoms.
The more shoes? Okay.
So what's that mean?
Yeah. Are they comfortable? Yeah.
I like them actually. They're pretty
come on,
good.
come on.
That's the glory part, right? Dirty. Right, Nonito?
Yes,
There you have it. Nonito just did art. Did he punch through the wall?
I did. It's called After the Hope is Glory, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
I'm Jarrell. And I am Logan. Thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And hit the bell. Ding, ding, ding. KO! Jinx. Got ya.
Nonito Donaire.